Good morning, everyone. I'll see if anybody pops on in here. If not, people can catch the replay. I'm in Sparks, Nevada right now. I have a pickup this morning at 9 a.m. So I got a little time to kill. Hey, James Best. Mr. James, hey, your decals looked really cool. You know, I think of Smokey and the Band, and I think of, oh God, Sally Fields. She is a classic. Anyway, not a couple weeks. Good morning, Thomas. Yeah, I was worked on my truck a couple weeks ago, and I figured I saved myself in maybe about 3-hour labor rate at the shop, and did it all myself. So let me flip this camera around and show you what I did. Let me come around to the other side. There's the beast, the hood's up. A couple weeks ago, I had a little pinhole leak, if you can see my finger, right under the reservoir, right here at the seam. So I had to replace that container. So I went down, bought a new reservoir, bought 11 gallons of radiator fluid, and I figured since I'm at it, well, I replaced all the hoses as well. I replaced that one down there, replaced this hose here, replaced that hose there, and then the one on the other side. This little bar comes off, these 4 bolts come off, and across the top, 4 bolts across the top. That's all that holds that thing in place. And yeah, so I replaced that, all new antifreeze. Hey, the antifreeze was on sale. I'm glad for that because I have 11 gallons of it. And so I did that myself. I know a shop would probably charge a minimum of 3 hours labor for that. So I figure I saved 600 bucks. Looks like a brand new engine. I'm about 389,000 miles. So I did that the other week. And we did our thing on that. It's a little noisy out here. Let me hop in the truck. Been a long time since I've done a YouTube. So, let me put this right here. I'm here in Sparks, Nevada at the Alamo Petro truck stop. I have a pickup about 10 miles down the road, picking up a load of popcorn. So, going down to Modesto. I'm supposed to deliver it Monday, but I talked to the broker, and I live down by Fresno in Clovis, so I had to talk to the broker. Hey, can we schedule that for Friday, same day? Called him up, got me an appointment. It's not as early as I'd like, but I'll deliver it tonight at 7 p.m. And if I can get in there a little earlier, I'll try. I'll probably go straight down there and get there about 1 o'clock. Yeah, so and just play the dumb broker driver routine and beg for mercy. Say, who do I have to pimp myself out to get to go home, you know? So let me get my coffee. Oh yeah, good stuff. Yeah, I just wanted to check that reservoir. You know, you fill it up and let it run, and you know, you get little air pockets in those reservoirs, so I just wanted to top it off a little bit. It was just about a 1/4 inch from the max fill line. So, and then I'm on a little bit of a slant, so you know, maybe put a little extra in there. But that was an easy fix. I think if I had a shop, a mechanic shop with the pit to crawl under, it would have been a 2-hour job. But weekend handyman, it took me about 5 or 6 hours. I drained it really slow because they got a plug down at the bottom with a little ball cock, kind of like what you'd hook an air hose, and that little ball releases. So it's a specialty hose you have to buy from the dealer. It probably costs 20 or 30 bucks. So I just cracked the nut on it and just let it drip out through the threads into buckets, and real slow. So, you know, while it was undoing, I did some other stuff, so no big deal. Got a chance to spend the day with my father-in-law. He's a good man. He's a retired, my father-in-law is a retired wood shop, metal shop, industrial arts teacher. When high schools had those programs, they no longer have those programs anymore. But man, good man, patient. Taught me about everything I know. So that, and then when I went to college, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I know the classroom wasn't for me, so I took truck and diesel mechanics. I took a 2-year program. Thought I'd go work at Greyhound Bus and work on buses or something. And I did that, got certified, but turning wrenches was just not for me. I had more fun driving the trucks around the yard. So they go, gosh, why did it take you an hour to get that truck to the bay? I went around the yard 17 times. So anyway, that's that. A lot of fires burning here in California and Nevada up by Yosemite. Really smoky out here. I can feel it right in my chest. So, I mean, I'm looking forward to going home. I think I probably will be out for a total of, maybe 14 days I was out. So, looking forward to going home, even though it's a little smoky. But I guess there's supposed to be some rain and lightning and thunder and stuff in the mountains over the weekend, so maybe that'll put that fire, help those firefighters get that fire out. You know, it's like all the nut jobs come out and fires, watch the fires, view the fires, who knows, start the fires. Just a bunch of weirdos out there. And then our forests aren't getting herded and thinned out like they should because of budget constraints, budget cutbacks, and lack of funding and money to do it. So a lot of dead trees up there that need to be pruned out and take out, the bark beetle situation, all that, and they just can't do it fast enough to keep up. So I hope everybody's having a good day. Hope people are getting home for the weekend. I'm looking forward to it. I deliver in Modesto, and I live down in Clovis, which is by Fresno, about 2-hour drive home, deadhead. So I'll do that. And maybe I can get home Friday night. If not, I'll just pull out from the dock, spend the night on the street, and just go home in the morning. I have a feeling I'll be sitting around a lot today. So, interesting morning. Yeah, James, I really like that truck. Looked pretty good. Looked pretty good. You must be a proud papa. Yeah, we gave birth to a 20,000 rolling machine of magnitude force. 455 horsepower lean machine going down the road. She's my baby. Yeah. I want to get those after I've been looking at them. I stopped at that Iowa 80 truck stop when I was out there. I'm looking at getting those replacing the halogen light bulbs on my headlamps and replacing those out to maybe the LEDs. Whether I buy all new headlight assembly and do that way, or get those conversion kits with the heat sinks and the fans and everything and pop those things in. The only problem with those things, I don't know if they're DOT compliant. I need to do more research because most of them don't say anything. and I read an article that DOT is not in the practice of approving, because a lot of boxes say DOT approved. You got to be mindful, because the DOT has sent out several complaints that we are not in the business to approve anything. What we do is we certified with SEC or SOC or something like that, and they certify a product. They don't approve a product. So I'll go on Amazon. Amazon's great. And look, and I'll watch some YouTube, see if I find anything like that. And I might go that route. Eventually, I would like to replace the headlight assemblies, you know, but that's kind of pricey. I just want a brighter bulb. Those halogen bulbs get yellow, the lenses, after a while. They put out a lot of heat. And, you know, I can do one of those buffing kits to make my lights look new, put the attachment on the drill and sand them down and buff them out again. And go that route. I mean, I want something that is brighter, but I don't want to be offensive to others as well, because there's a lot of guys out there that are just, I mean, they're putting the light bars from Jeeps and four-wheelers at the bottom on their grills and using them as fog lights. Give me a break. It's like, that is, I don't know, I think that is so highly illegal, but because they're not rated as a fog light, they're rated as an off-road utility light. So yeah, they're just overkill. So I saw this one guy who had, you know, kind of like what I saw, little guy. He tricked out his Volvo with custom lighting for color and effect. And I saw this guy, he did the same thing to his truck here in the yard a day or so ago. And he had this app on his phone. And it was a kit he got. I think he said he got it at Walmart, and he bought 2 kits. And it's an app on your phone that can control the lighting. And also you're not stuck with just one color, because it has a color scale, and you slide your finger and you can actually change the colors. Kind of cool, kind of different. I mean, you can't drive with them on, but you know, when you're parked, I guess you could. But I don't know. If you have a refrigerator in your truck, hey, Big Rig Radio Network. If you had a refrigerator in your truck and then you want all that fancy lighting on your truck, I think I would rather have the refrigerator, because by the time morning comes around, you want to start your engine up to get you know, your batteries fully back charged, especially if you want to kick on the coffee pot or something. So those fancy LED lights, I mean, not you know, the aftermarket ones that give you the blue light effect or a green light effect while you're at and leave those on all night, plus your refrigerator running all night. And if you have a fan in your bunk cab, you're going to wake up to some dead batteries, I think. But then again, I could be totally wrong, because it's LED. I mean, it's just LED puts out very low wattage. So you look marvelous. Well, thank you very much. Would you happen to have some Grey Poupon? Yeah, like the Christmas lights. Remember, everybody, you know, everybody and their brother selling LED Christmas lights. Oh, they're energy efficient. The bulbs don't get hot. You can leave them on all the time. They only use 1/10 of a watt or whatever. Yeah, so I guess the LEDs wouldn't do that. But that was a pretty cool system the guy had. He had that app, you know, everything has an app on your phone anymore. And he can control the lighting on this aftermarket product, and he put them under the hoods so it had that glow. And he could change, you're just not stuck with blue or green or whatever, but you could adjust the color spectrum to whatever color you wanted. So interesting morning. How's your day going, Jeff? So anyway, I'm looking forward to getting home. I'm looking forward to taking a vacation. I'm going to take my wife to Las Vegas in September. We're going to go for 3 or 4 days. She loves Las Vegas. She wants to move to Las Vegas, but it's a question of, well, my business license is in Las Vegas. It'd be a good move money-wise for me. Probably less regulations compared to California. You know, born, raised, schooled, educated, married, and raised my kids in California. They moved up, they've moved on, they've moved out, they're starting their lives. I always loved California, but the last 10 years, I gotta tell you, I absolutely hate California. I absolutely hate it. I like the climate. That's about it. I like the climate. But living in the valley, we get stuck with all the smog. We have some of the worst air quality in the world because everything gets blown at towards the mountains. And I'm about 2 hours from Yosemite, so I kind of live at the base of the hills, and all that smog just sits there at the base of the hill and slowly crawls up and over, and it just gets trapped there, trapped. It doesn't go anywhere. And there's so many offices for respiratory doctors in the area because of it. Asthma and respiratory problems. So I like living out towards the country, but just hate living in California anymore. So yeah, let's look. Where's my key? Where's my key? There's my key. Got my keys. It's a little pocket knife key. I only have this just for my truck. Yeah, it's my truck key. That's a padlock key. And this is for one of those locking airline locks. And that's all I carry. And my little clicker. I have 2 keychains like this. I have one for my truck, and when I'm at home, I have one for the car and the house and the gate key. And I'll just carry that around in my pocket while I'm home, but I don't need that while I'm here doing my work. So let's crack the window. Little stuffy, little noisy with the windows cracked. I tell you what, let's move on back. Move on back. See how the other half lives. Let's see, we'll turn on the fan. Where's my fan? There we go. And got some paperwork here. And I'll just sit back here with my fan on. A little bit more quiet. So, well, I think I'm going to jump off here. I don't think I have much more to contribute. Some people have the gift for gab, others do not. My father has the gift for gab, so does my father-in-law. My dad was a bank manager for Wells Fargo, and ended up being a vice president for the banking outfit, then retired. Yeah, he has the gift for gab. Must have skipped a generation. But hey, James, good seeing you. Truck looks great. You know, great. Get some good pictures of that. You'll see that that will be your wallpaper on your phone and your tablet and your computer everywhere you go. Hey, buddy, this is my truck. So, looks really sharp. Looks good. You guys have a good weekend. I haven't been on here, like I said, in a while. Been busy. Yeah. So you guys take care. We'll talk again soon. Bye.